Get to the top of the ramp, give yourself one good push, get your feet on the bolts perpendicular to the skateboard. Have a wide stance. Angle your front shoulder down, point it down, keep that weight all the way forward, ride it all the way down, bend your knees, absorb the flat, and then ride away clean. Stay to the end for the extra tip on how to master rolling down flat banks. Remember always to wear a helmet and safety pads when you learn how to roll down ramps. Make sure you guys know how to push on a skateboard and ride the skateboard and do backside and frontside carving turns on flat ground. Also make sure you got your tic tacs down good, where you're comfortable riding the skateboard so you're ready to roll down a flat bank. Make sure you have your fakies on quaterpipes
Switch
down
your shoulder
too.
from your front shoulder to your back shoulder.
Make sure you know how to do the runoff on a skateboard. Turn your front foot straight, step off with your transferring your weight to that front foot, and then run with your momentum forward. Then if it happens on the ramp, same thing, turn that front foot forward and run down the ramp with your momentum all going forward, run it out completely. Front foot covering the top two bolts, back foot right in that tail pocket in the middle. Power tip is always have a wide stance when you're riding down ramps because it really gives you stability and gives you that center point and keeps you momentum going forward. Make sure you give yourself enough space and a good strong push and timing to get that back foot up on the middle of the tail and to pivot the front foot in time to get into that riding down the ramp stance. Lean forward as you go down the ramp and bend your knees. Always start with the smallest flat bank you can find. If you don't give yourself enough room to push and get your back foot on the tail, you're not going to get enough time to set up and you're going to do something like this and you could fall and get hurt. Also, try not to do the shimmy where you're kind of just like shimmying off and then going down. Your goal is to get your front foot pivoted perpendicular with the skateboard before your front wheels go down the ramp. Back wheels will then follow, just kind of pushing you forward, just absorb that. Strong, 1 or 2 good pushes, get that front foot to pivot, and this is where you have to commit. Bend your knees, the first wheels are going to go over, absorb that, and aim your shoulder down the flat, and then go down the bank, let gravity take you. Keep your head facing forward and make sure you shift your weight slightly over your front leg as you start to go down the flat bank. Aiming your shoulder down helps you tilt your upper body to the angle of the flat bank as you go down. If you lean back, this can happen. Just go into a slide then and try to slide on your side of your hip. You always want to be nice and loose and confident. You don't want to be stiff. Nice knee bend with your momentum going forward down the ramp. One way to keep your momentum forward is crouch down and hold that crouch all the way down the ramp. And having your arms out for extra stability helps. As you're riding down the incline, make sure you absorb the flat by kind of leaning a tiny bit back and then kind of standing up into that riding stance. And if you're a goofy rider, everything's opposite. You're just using your front right shoulder, aiming it down the flat bank, bending your knees, absorbing that flat, ride away clean. Then you can take it to new features in the park like this little pyramid and just get a good push. Wide stance, roll down. Then you can move on to bigger flat banks. The bigger the ramp and the steeper it is, the more speed you will get. Just get a good push, get your feet on those bolts, wide stance, keep that shoulder aimed down, ride away clean. When it comes to the bigger flat banks, you might have to aim your upper body a little bit steeper with the ramp and also get closer to your skateboard. You might have to hold it longer depending on how long and steep the ramp is. Then you learn how to go down that flat bank and up ramps by lifting your body up and then back down the ramp, and then that's why it's always good to learn how to do a kick turn so you can do that kick turn, come back around the way you came over the pyramid again. One monumental tip is actually learning how to do the flat bank switch. So as long as you can do your pushing switch and riding fine, you can learn how to roll down flat banks by following these steps switch. Remember, always be confident and committed to your rolling, and you'll be rolling down any ramp. Also, click up here to learn how to kick turn on a skateboard for beginners.